Hello everybody, welcome back to the Silver Howler. If you're new, subscribe to the channel so you can stay in tune with all the videos that will be released. They will be on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Also, there is a plush Niffler stuffed animal from Fantastic Beasts. All you need to do to have a chance at winning one is to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave comment down below. The giveaway will end on December 20th. It could be a nice little present for you or for your children. I have a question for all of you. That is, do you think that all animals should stay out in the wild, or do you think that some animals can be brought into captivity as pets, or breed in captivity and sold as pets? Some of the pros to that, especially pertaining to zoos, are that some of those animals are endangered or extinct in the wilderness, and they breed them to be able to put them back into the wilderness. Zoos are also for the education of people, to help them to learn more about the animals, to learn about their environment, the environment of the animals, and what they can do to help certain species, especially if they are dying and becoming more endangered due to deforestation and other things along those lines. Also, another thing is that because of a lot of the pesticides and things that we use, that also kills off a lot of the animals as well, whether it be insects or even mammals, because they eat the insects. Also, zoos are a great way of helping injured wild animals and giving them another chance at life that they would not have had if it weren't for them out in the wild. So I don't think that all zoos are bad, but I do agree with not keeping animals in confined cages that are like a prison cell. And that is what some zoos do, especially back then with the pictures and things like that. And there are still like that today. But as a pet, whatever creature you have or your child has helps them to be able to learn responsibility. When they have that type of responsibility, they develop a connection with their animals that helps them grow closer. It helps them to be able to develop social habits with other people by caring for plants or animals. Some of the cons are that, as I said earlier, certain zoos keep animals in prison-like cells just to show them off that they have them and to be like, hey, look, we're so cool. But that is much less common nowadays. Also, that the zoos or people that have the pets don't have the financial means necessary to care properly for the animals. Some zoos also use lighting and sounds that bother the animals and make them very, or at least more aggressive. Or, you could also just say that they're in a bad mood all the time, or most of the time. And the reason is because it's a different signal or a different ratio and compared to nature. Another thing though, with some of the animals, such as cheetahs or tigers, the food that they feed them is not near as good as it would be out in the wild. But that doesn't go for every animal in the zoo. There was a study at one of the zoos that tested on cheetahs. They had them separated, some on one side and the others on another, with a wall in between. One half, they gave the traditional zoo cuisine, ground gazelle meat with vitamins and minerals mixed in. And the others, they gave a gazelle fetus and fresh meat from the gazelle. The cheetahs took much longer with the latter, and they acted as if they were in nature. They were much more satisfied because of the meat, how it was prepared. It's what they eat in the wild, and it was much better for them in the long run overall. I don't understand why zoos don't do that normally. Either way, if you haven't made up your mind, I do have a question. I'm going to be the devil's advocate, and I want to know, for those of us that do not like zoos, that are 100% against having animals in captivity, what about dogs and cats? They are animals that we build connections with, and vice versa. Could we not make connections with all animals and build bonds and trust with each other? Especially if one of us were to fall into a situation where we were in trouble and our handy dandy pet can come and save us. Just some food for thought. Please tell me what your thoughts are and why you believe that way. I am completely open and willing to hear your opinion and read all the comments that you have. This is the Silver Howler signing out. May nature always be on your side, and have a great day.